Hi, this is the Star Wars Theology here. I'm just gonna go very quickly over some of the stuff that I didn't like for the second episode of Ahsoka. She survived the stab, putting back unchained Qui-Gon Jinn. That's one thing I didn't like. The other thing is like they go also through figure out this place that will help open the map with the location of where Thrawn is, and there's a big revealing here later on or where that exactly is. Also, we see Ahsoka here going back to Sabine's place where Ezra lived before. This is where she actually destroys the droid and brings it back to Sabine, and Sabine helps. And one of the parts I found really interesting about this episode is when Balin Skull and Shin Hati they go to Morgan Elspeth. They figure out, how to open them up. So let's go a little bit about that, and let's go and see what happens. They place it there in that stone, and I guess she uses a little bit of her magic there, because they also it's also shown in this episode that she's one of the Night Sisters, and that's why she can do all this stuff. One of the interesting things about this episode is that they show that actually Thrawn and Ezra, they're not anymore like we thought that they were in the unknown regions. They are in a different galaxy. So let's go through that here.
This is our galaxy.
Yeah. So she opens the map, and now she's going to reveal that. So I guess she is aligning, the artifact with the stones, and let's see what happens. Okay.
That is our destination. Our Grand Admiral Thrawn is banished.
Okay, so it's in a different galaxy, so it's no more in the unknown regions like we thought. So that's a new fact. So I still don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, I will need to I'm gonna let it marinate and see how I feel later on when the whole series finish.
Pathway to Peridia.
Some call it that.
The children of the
Corellia.
people call it that. It comes from old stories, fairy tales.
Yeah, this must be added lore here. It's the first time I hear about that. So anybody in the comments, if you know about Peridia before, to me it's new. I don't remember. I don't know if in the Legends books or anywhere there that there's anything referred to Peridia, but let's see.
Which are based on truths.
For certain of this, I feel the path forward is clouded.
Oh, very interesting, because he's that's a Jedi thread. He can feel that he's feeling that the dark side is clouding the future, and that's something that Yoda explains in the OT and in the prequels. The dark side clouds everything, and it's very interesting. So he still has some good on him. The character Balin's Call, that is done by Ray Stevenson, is to me is the best on this series. He's the best actor here, by far. No questions asked about that.
Thrawn calls to you. Across time.
She has some abilities across time. That's very interesting. That's another term. I wonder what that means.
And space.
And space. I don't know if this is related to the world between worlds, so she has the ability to go between, to tap into that. That's gonna be interesting where they heading with this in this series. So let's see.
You speak of dreams. They fractured hopes.
The threads of fate do not lie.
So that to me, this is that was one of the interesting parts about this episode, trying to put that little new lore into Star Wars. So it's gonna be really interesting because I have not heard about any other galaxies besides the galaxy that where Star Wars occur. So it's gonna be it's the galaxy. I don't know. I don't think there's a specific name to that galaxy. So there's a lot of lore. So I want to see where this is heading in this series. Let's go to another part right here that I kind of like found interesting. There's gonna be some betrayal. I think that Balin's call here is looking for more power, tapping a little bit to the dark side to become more powerful. So I don't know. There's gonna be something that will separate, Shin Hati and Balin's call here. So it's gonna be interesting. So this is another aspect of this episode that I like. Now in Corellia, after all the stuff that happened in the Empire, that there is distribution, they're dismantling some stuff. So there's some operations that are happening there that are fishy. And they go into the into the episode, and there's a lot of tension about the ex-Imperials working over there, and obviously it goes back to Sabine having doubts, between the relationship of of her with her master Ahsoka. There's a lot going on there, and this is the part here that I also like.
I can safely say your aptitude for the Force would fall short of them all.
So this is the part that he tells that she doesn't have, as I guess, many Force abilities like other people.
I won't waste any more of her time.
And she is concerned about wasting Ahsoka's time. There's one little part here that mentions that basically she took Ezra's lightsaber, modified it a little bit, and that makes that lightsaber hers now. I think it's a little bit here. Let's see. So this is my favorite part about this episode, is when Ahsoka encounters the Inquisitor. Okay, so I guess some people are calling this the last Inquisitor and the droid. So let's see this duel. So again, we can see the tension. They're going again to the samurai stand. So what I like about this sequence is that there's a in-planet fight, and then you have the duel. And I think this is the part that I think they're doing right. Very samurai. That right there, I noticed that droid going and tried to advance Ahsoka remind me of Anakin in the Attack of the Clones, when there was Anakin and Obi-Wan confronting Count Dooku. He went, straight forward. So I think that either, I don't know if that was done on purpose or this is just a little Easter egg for, for us. But that was kind of interesting there. Yeah. This looks great. I love, yeah. Look at that. I love this. The stands are okay. This is a lot better than the duel between Sabine and Shin Hati. See this sequence here, this is so good. Look at that. She is able to handle though, and again, she uses the force to hold those stands because, as I mentioned before, doing blows and strikes with one hand, they're not as effective as doing it with two hands. But that's her style, you know, that's her form. So she knows what to do. And obviously Anakin show her how to do that in a fighting duel. So here, look at that. She's so good. The only thing is that by doing that turn, she got exposed a little bit there. But I'm getting nitpicky here, but this is very funny.
No, I did not go through your stuff.
The music's really good. It gives you that feeling of adventure, you know, like the Star Wars stuff. I wonder who is this guy, and I'm pretty sure. And again, the running, as I mentioned in my review for the first episode, she could use the force run ability here and catch him. I don't know why they could, that would be pretty cool. But, let's see. Yeah, he used a little bit of force push, force jump there. Look at that. Wow, she used the force to sense that lightsaber back. She was so confident that she just have a little move. So she's in tune with the force. That's pretty cool that they did that there. I like that. So Rosario Dawson, you know, like I love what she's doing on the fighting sequences in this 2 episodes. Now, I would love to see if she can go back and basically go back to how she was acting on The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba in terms of the dialogue. If they can bring that there with her fighting sequence here, I think it will be better. So I'm hoping that the next episodes they get into that. Okay, so from episode 2, there's a lot of stuff that happened there, but what I would like to see in the next episodes is to kind of like get the dialogue a little bit faster, you know, clean that up. I have no problems with Ahsoka's fighting sequences. I have a problem with Ahsoka's way to talk to other people. It's taking too long, like as I mentioned before. I'm really interested in to see what happens with Balin's Call, Shin Hati, and Morgan Elspeth with all that interactions, you know, trying to find where's Thrawn and all that. Overall, after seeing these 2 episodes, I will give the series I will say a 6.5 out of 10 for this 2 episodes. As I mentioned before, Dave Filoni is very exposed here. I hope that he can deliver in the next episodes. I know that the next episode is not gonna be that long, so I'm a little bit worried about that too. So I hope that things get better and he ends with a bang, because he needs, you know, the Star Wars really needs this. And I'm a little bit worried overall right now. I'm a little bit worried. I saw this with my family, and I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, my wife and my son and my daughter, it got into a point because of the monotone tone of the dialogue that they were not engaged as me. And that tells me that, you know, regular people that they don't know all the backstories and all the little details, they're gonna get, I guess, lost if they don't know what's going on. I was trying to explain certain little things, but it was hard for somebody that doesn't know all the details, especially if you haven't seen Rebels or Clone Wars. So that's what worries me a little bit. If they can capture the magic of season 2 of The Mandalorian, somehow something needs to happen. I hope there's something in this series that can take the fandom back together. And there's still room. They can do it if they play things right. So I hope that they did their homework and they can bring everybody back, because if not, they're gonna, you know, Disney's gonna lose so many, you know, fans of Star Wars, because it has been a loss after a loss after a loss with the previous series. You know, with Obi-Wan. Even though I like Andor, you know, I was one of the few that actually was liking Andor. Something needs to get, you know, clean up with the dialogue here in Ahsoka. I'm gonna be looking forward to the next episodes to see how Dave Filoni work this series out. Like I always say, the truth is always available to you. You just need to go and find it. And remember, the Force will be with you always. See you on the next one, guys.